Buddy, I'm going to be very explicit with you and tell you I'm coming into this reading very unprepared because I was very much tricked. Reading Amber Heard, the last reading, which is not uncommon for reptilian and lower vibrational grays to do to people that are reading them. There's a few other celebrities that I've been very much requested to read that I will not even touch their energy because it's all like this reptilian trickster energy, and it's not even really worth it to give our time to, or even my time to read these people. Yet they are, I'm not going to hint at anybody, but they play the victim in a very public marriage that is still going on. And I'm not going to say the name because people really adore this person for some reason. But that's just an example of why there's certain celebrities I just don't read because they are tricksters. They know how to trick psychics into believing what they want. Kind of like if you are a very protected psychic and you are a witch or a priestess, it's hard for certain people to read you because of all the protection on you, and not everybody wants all of their business out in the open, or not even out in the open, but for anybody to see, you know? Some people, they don't want other people reading them, and whether that's conscious or unconscious, because it has happened when I've hired readers where they couldn't read me. I'm sure it's happened to you in some capacity, or it happens to more people than we think. But for whatever reason, our guides do not align with whoever's reading us, and they will tell kind of like a different story than what is the truth. But we did that reading about a year ago. Let's get into this because I don't like being tricked. So, as you guys know, there is a huge lawsuit between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Not that any of these two people are in the right, because they're both, I'm hearing they both kind of had this destruction, and they're showing me two magnets, and they're explaining to me when there's two negatives that come together, they're not like aligned. And these two people were like two negatives. They were not supposed to be aligned, yet somehow they ended up in a marriage. And because they are so similar, I think that's what I'm seeing here. It's their similarities that made this whole toxic mess. I mean, I don't know if you've been listening to the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, I was just going to say podcast, their trial. You could see how toxic this relationship was on both ends. Now, if you're a new psychic, do not jump into reading somebody like Amber Heard or Johnny Depp. I probably would have never read these people 3 years ago when I first started this YouTube channel. For good reason. These people are very dark, and they are on a soul level on a lower vibration. Now, this is where it gets complex. When people are very dark, I'm not necessarily meaning that they're a bad person. Their soul form is created in a lower vibrational density, what you could call dark matter. They are more aligned with that. Now, you could be reptilian and you could be a great person and you could do great things. However, vibrationally, you're never going to reach up to what a person that is not reptilian or not a dark gray, you're not going to reach their vibration. I hope I'm making sense. So it gets very complex. It's not black and white at all. Grays are... I don't like grays. I don't consider Palladians grays. I don't consider Arcturians grays. I consider more of the lower vibrational energy. So people would say that the spirits of Mars are grays. We don't really talk much about Mars, but there are Martians, and they don't really get brought up as much as reptilians, Arcturians, or Palladians, because we don't know much about them. I feel like they're a very private colony, and for whatever reason, the research that we do have, there are declassified CIA cases where they have sent people up to Mars and had a lot of evidence and had some type of telepathic communication with Mars people. I don't want to call them Martians because I feel like that's way too cartoony. But there have been reports of life on Mars that we may have not heard about in the past because it's all very secretive. Anyway, before my channel gets, what do they call it, shadow banned again? Like they shadow banned me after COVID. So I'm seeing a male spirit in Amber. I'm not sure if anybody knows much about her sexuality. Obviously, she likes men, but there is a very masculine energy with her. A very, there might have been an ancestor of hers or somebody who took over as like a spirit guide to her, or just like a spirit attachment to her that was in jail. This person might have passed away in jail. This could have been like an uncle or somebody that very much favored her, a grandfather or something. They're just showing me that this person, he didn't have a good track record in the legal system. So I think this was like obviously somebody who probably passed away. I would not be surprised if she came out as like bisexual later on, if she hasn't already. Like I said, I haven't researched Amber Heard, to be honest with everybody. I thought I had lotion over here. No. I'm seeing that she used to, they're showing me that the person she's in court with, he had like a lot of fetishes, or I don't know. They're showing me that she partook in a lot of his fetishes. If you guys know anything about that, you can comment. And it's almost like she got his weak spot. I'm not gonna get too explicit here, but they're showing me like a bunch of sexual things. They're saying that she has his weak spot, and I feel like that's why he married her. This has to do with sex. It's very strange. Before any misconceptions get out there, I don't want to say that Johnny was like abused or anything. I think he just had some like very particular tastes in sex that maybe other women were not willing to partake in, or weren't enjoyably partaking in. I feel like she was very dominating in this relationship. She knew a lot of his weak spots, and I don't think she started manipulating him until further into the marriage. Like, for instance, either he was very blindsided by Amber about who she really was as a person, or something about it, I didn't see it until after. But I feel like everybody else around him saw that the relationship was not healthy at all. He's very dark. Like, his energy is just very in the shadows. And he likes to hide. He likes to hide from conflict. He likes to hide from people that love him. And they're showing me for his end that he didn't want to be with somebody who gave him like a healthy love. He very much hid away from that. I think it's something that, like I said, I don't think it was about something that happened in his childhood. This might have been some past life stuff that could have progressed onto this life, like a pattern, for instance. I do feel like there was a pattern of abuse from women, though. Like, there was definitely somebody else who abused him, like maybe an ex-wife. I don't know much about Johnny, but maybe like a mother or something, and made him feel very small. And usually with men, if they already feel very small, subconsciously they're gonna go for somebody else that makes them feel that way, to make it seem factual that they are actually that small, if you guys understand. She's very outspoken. Listen, I don't think that this is the end of Amber Heard's career. I feel like there's gonna be more people later on that are more forgiving towards her, and I don't know. I feel like there may be a turn of events that could happen for Amber that might not necessarily happen for Johnny. I feel like Amber does have a like a covert narcissist personality disorder. I'm hearing her father is just like her. Her father is. They're showing me a guy who has a bunch of guns in their backyard or something. Very rough. You know what I mean? Anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Comment what you think below, what you think is going to happen below, and let me know if you have any questions and who I should do a reading on next. All right, guys, bye.